Hello, hello, hello. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another live Create and Relate. I think I got everything up and running this time. So I don't know if you all remember, but Monday, Monday I received this book in the mail. That was my happy mail for Monday. I think Monday I also did a little yarn haul, but the top that's featured on the cover of this magazine is the top that I chose to challenge, which is that beautiful top right there. And I'll show you why this top stood out to me so much. If you know me, you know I like plain but different. Look at that back. That back was screaming to me. So I started it. I started this Monday afternoon. Did I do a swatch? Yes. Yes, I did. And I was kind of dubious when I was down in this part of how it was going to turn out. When I got up here in the color change, hi, Michelle. When I got up here in the color change, I started seeing it more. And now that I've gone back to my original color, it's like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a beaut. Hey, Denise, how are you, sis? I'm telling you, Michelle, this top is amazing. I can't see what up next said. This little block. How are you? Up next, welcome in. Lamar, I'm sorry, I see you now. On my original platform, we got this thing called Share Your Referred Link, and it will not move as much as we try to get it to go away. It does not go away. So we kind of have to work with it there. So I did want to show you one last time a finished object. And this weekend, it will be going to its forever home. This is what I was working on last week. And it will be leaving this weekend, going to its forever home. And she was surprised to know in advance that it was coming to her. And I was happy to surprise her with that. I really was. Quick update on my health. My insurance finally kicked in last Thursday. I was happy about that. I did all the calling around I needed to do to get appointments straightened out. And I had my first doctor's appointment. No. I had my first, what do you call it, in-home evaluation on Tuesday. Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate that. And um, it was determined that I do qualify for home health care. And I'm just waiting on the information packet so we can upgrade my insurances and I can get the maximum that I need for my insurance. Um, Secondly of all, I had my first doctor's appointment yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Along with that doctor's appointment came my medication that I had to run out of like about 3 weeks ago. So I was excited to get back home and get my meds back in my system. And evidently my system wasn't as excited as I was because you're talking about a girl sleeping all day. I slept all day and I slept well the night before because I knew I had the doctor's appointment coming up. Another good thing with the doctor's office, my blood pressure was absolutely perfect. So she completely took me off of my blood pressure meds, and my weight, I lost another pound. So I am down a pound in weight. Yay! Um, was there anything else? I've been dealing with gout. Of course, we just kind of let that ride out. Somewhere I learned that the more mobile you are, the better it is to deal with. So, as painful as it is in the leg and foot, well, it started out in my knees last Friday, and Sunday it started moving down to my ankle in my right leg. But I'm still able to get up and maneuver around and do what I need to do. And as I feel the need to get up and move, I do so. So I'm managing through that. It's not been as bad as past bouts have been. And I attribute that to staying mobile. Okay, that's it for the, oh, well, no. Yeah, that's it for the health. We're good with the health. All appointments are set. I showed you my make. This is going to be all of my colorway. I think you might remember that I got this from Temu. As a matter of fact, the pocketbook that I made that Michelle bid it on came from this color, which is, it only says rainbow. It doesn't say it on the package. I went back and looked it up in the system, and it only classifies it as rainbow. I know that all of these are 100% acrylic. I remember getting this big ball, but I don't remember what it was. I want to say, that it's Lions brand, but it's like a thin four. All of these say that they're four worsted weight, but they're kind of on the thin side, which is why I am working with a 4.0. And I'm loving working with the 4.0. This baby, I already told you all that I was going to be working on this one after the next project after the blanket, which I got an itch, y'all, and I had to start on it beforehand. I'm hard headed. I am. And this is the piece that I had dreamed of. And you can see that it's the simple block stitch. But look at those colors, guys. This is exactly what I dreamed of. So when I go back to it, I am using a 6.5 to work on this one. And these are my colorways. This one just says, it says red, gray, and white, but this is more of a maroon. And then I went and got my accent color, which is the Just Yarn Black. All of this is four worsted weight. And I told y'all when I started buying yarn again, it was only going to be the Just Yarn. And the only reason I got the Temu yarn like I did, one was a Happy Meal, and one was a free offer that I had to capitalize on. I absolutely. Pebbles! How are you? Thank you, sis. I appreciate that so much. And thank you for the prayers, the love, the peace, the happiness, Pebbles. Oh my goodness. Now, as far as today's mental status and health, I feel good, guys. I feel really, 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 really good. Was supposed to get an inspection today, which kind of baffled us. And that leads into what I want to talk to you all about today. and that's protecting your space. I don't care where you are in life or what you're doing. There is a way to safely and I guess amicably or tactfully protect your space. My question was they came the 27th of March. Now, granted, this was the pesticide man that goes around to all the apartments. They do that every 3 months. If you don't have any problems inside, they spray the outside. We don't have a problem inside. So they still did an inspection of sorts, which is where they checked the hot water heater, they replaced the filter to the HVAC system, and they checked the smoke detectors. Okay, fine. Then we got another notification the day before that inspection that they were going to do the big inspection April 15th. And that's when the owners of the property come and they select about 10 apartments. We're living in a 120 unit apartment complex. So they select about 10 apartments that they go into. We kind of knew that ours was going to be one because we've been here. We've been the only occupants in this apartment. So we knew that they were kind of targeting us as opposed to the newer leases. But it was like, okay, you're here in March, you're here in April, cool. As soon as the April visitation was over, we got hit with another notification saying that we were going to be inspected today. By the way, I'm back to my favorite coffee. It's not the Almond Joy creamer, it's French vanilla, but I do have my 1850 Black Gold for my coffee, and I minimize the ounces and intensify the strength. So it's almost like drinking espresso with creamer. But yesterday, we get another notification saying that they're coming back next week to do another inspection. So little old proactive me decided to Jennifer, my daughter, called the rental office yesterday and asked them about some things that they promised in the lease that they have not done. And she politely let them know, you go up on the rent every year, but you're not offering the services or you're not doing the services that you've offered. So we found out to clean the carpet would be nothing. Okay, fine. They're not, for 5 years of living here and having 2 kids running around, they're not in bad shape at all. Plus, we use big throw rugs on top of them. So that's an easy thing. But if we wanted to get the carpet replaced, we have to pay for it. I have a bit of an issue with that because I think after you've been there for so long, if you move out, they're going to replace the carpet anyway, unless you've been there for just a year and the carpet's not really bad. Granted, the carpet is not really bad, but we've been here 5 years. I'm just saying. Um, we've even asked for the paint to paint ourselves. Guys, we have little ones. And whereas they are huge helps when it comes to helping us, they will look around. Every time we look up, they got one of the wipes in their hands, either the Lysol wipe or Clorox wipe, and they're wiping down door jambs, they're wiping down baseboards and door handles. Granted, this is what we teach them, but they don't understand the concept of keeping your hands off the wall when you're running down the hallway. Or stop kicking the bar when you're sitting there eating, so all we have to do is say something and they'll go back and wipe. They happily grab a wipe and get to wiping. But we want to repaint. We just want to refresh the paint, and of course, we were told that would cost. So give us the paint and let us do it ourselves. That's a no. If you provide the paint and we do it ourselves, how is that a hard no? We're putting in the labor. I mean, they would give me something to do while Jennifer's at work. I'm a carpenter, remember? I can paint, but we're going to figure something out. We are. There were several things that we put in work orders for that they've been dragging their feet about. We learned our second year here that there was a problem with our water bill. When we brought it to their attention, they came in, inspected everything except one thing, and they couldn't find the problem. And we're like, look, all of this water is gathering in the bottom of this cabinet. And that's not right. Something's not jiving there. So they checked all the pipes and tubes that led down to under there. They still couldn't find a leak. So finally, one day he finds a teeny weeny little leak. And it was because he had adjusted the faucet so much that he broke the O ring. So it started leaking. Okay, that's not the problem. You just did that. There is something else. Every time you come, we have to pull out, it had gotten to the point we weren't even using it. We would just put a towel under there and change the towel out every other day. So then they tell us, oh, the reason your water bill increased is because you started leasing the washer and dryer. No. Water bill started increasing 3 months before we got the washer dryer, which was actually 5 months because they're on a 2 month delay with the water bill. So when we got them to recognize that at that time we went through a shift, this is like last year now, we went through a shift, we were in jeopardy of losing the apartment. We were scraping really, really, really hard. A lot had happened with my insurance, with my daughter's job. But while we're fighting to get that done, my daughter reminded them that they never checked into the water problem. And the young lady over at the rental office says, oh, you're just complaining because you can't pay your rent. Oh, no, no. Hold up, darling. It's not that we can't, it's that we're struggling a little bit. Trust me, we got this. And we still gonna have our lights, and we still gonna have our internet service, and we still gonna be able to eat. So trust and believe, we got this. We just need a little bit of time to get it together. So when we came through that storm, of course, there was nothing more that she could really say. She's just been really nasty towards us ever since. There's a history there. I'll tell you about that another time. So we bring it up to the office manager. She's the assistant. We bring it up to the office manager's attention again. And he says, well, we couldn't find anything. And I'm like, yes, you did. After we realized that he broke the O-ring, I asked him, do you think the problem may be the dishwasher? And he said to me, you said that you don't use the dishwasher. I said, I don't use it because I don't understand why the lowest setting is 48 minutes. I can have the dishes washed, dried, and put away in 48 minutes. And I have to wash dishes in stages. So I don't understand a piece of equipment that's taking longer than I can take, and I'm handicapped. I don't get it. So they go back and they check the dishwasher and find out that the large thing, like an O-ring, I forgot what you call it. I know what it's called, but the word escapes me right now. But it's broken. So, and because of the dishwasher being connected to the sink and the garbage disposal, every time we run the garbage disposal, it runs a water cycle through the dishwasher. Okay, it's like the water runs through and comes back and washes out or flushes out the garbage disposal. Okay, I understand the concept, but it's causing a problem. We do use the garbage disposal, but we don't use the dishwasher. And it's caused an increase in our water bill. So, still not checking with the big bosses to see what's going on. We put a work order in for it. Now, mind you, this work order was put in last year in May. We got an email the beginning of March saying that the situation had been taken care of. No, they're still waiting on the part. When they came in when they came when they came April 15th, we told them about the low water pressure in my daughter's bathroom. Okay, they remedied that by giving us shower heads. It's also low water pressure in my bathroom. Not as low as my daughter's, but it's low. Not addressed. Um, Light bulbs that need to be replaced. Not addressed. Every 3 years, the shower heads are supposed to be replaced by them. I still have the same shower heads. But we're getting all these notifications saying that they've handled all these problems. So when my daughter called and she says, okay, this hasn't been done, this hasn't been done, then it gets explained to her, well, in our system, it's only allowed to sit for so many days. And then we have to clear it out. We have a note here that it still has to be done, but we have to show. So I was like, no, I'm not feeling that, because if you get a wild hair up your patootie and decide you want to do something really weird based on the history that your assistant and I have, then you have documentation showing that it's done. So how about this? I will go put in another work order, and I really don't want the word, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm just going to put in another work order. And I did that. So when he read the work order, he asked me, why would I put the date of the infraction and the date of letting them know? I said, because we need safety documentation as well. We need to protect our space. You know, now let me tell you how all of this came to be. This is our story time today. So the assistant manager used to be the property manager where I lived during my second marriage. He was not faithful. She was one of the many. And in a conversation that she and I had, she realized who I was. That also explained why we had to change so much our third year here because of stalking. We were victims of stalking. We would come find presents on our patio um, that were not very pleasant. And we finally had to file a police report. And even though nothing could go back to her, my assumption is that she's still dealing with him. I have no dealings with him. When the judge signed off on the divorce, I was probably somewhere doing cartwheels and backflips and splits and going back to my high school cheering days. I mean, the marriage lasted 6 weeks, for those who want to know. Yes, yes. But um, it was amazing that everything stopped after that except the attitude, everything stopped after that. The pleasant attitude towards us, and it's like been nitpicking ever since. My thing is, regardless of the fact that you're going up on rent every year, we pay that. We have to pay our water bill through the rental office. We pay that. We have to pay for leasing of the washer and dryer through the rental office. We pay that. We don't have late fees. We are not struggling. We are struggling. They don't know it, and our lights have not been interrupted. That's one of the things with staying out here. You got to keep your stuff up. Our internet we still have, because all I do on my TV is stream, and of course I want to talk to you all. So I don't I don't mind being mama bear and protecting my cubs. I don't mind protecting my space. I have a lot of things coming up. And my daughter's mission, the reason she was asking about getting the carpet replaced and everything painted is because when I do have my paniculectomy, she wants me to come home to a home as sterile as possible because I will probably have a large opening in my stomach and it's going to be there for a while. And she doesn't want the risk of infection in her mama. You're talking about babies that love their mamas. So that's why we're so vigilant about everything being as it should be. And that's why we're so willing to protect our space. So wherever you are, whatever you do in life, don't be afraid to protect your space. Don't let the position of other people make you feel like you got to back down. Don't do that. Don't do that, especially if it's the type of situation where you're paying your money. I don't care if it's a corner store that you're going into. You know, if somebody decides they want to throw your product at you, especially before you make payment, leave the product there. Leave it. They're depending on you. You're not depending on them. I've seen it too many times where the cashier has one of those wild hairs we were talking about and will just toss merchandise at people or toss change at them. I've had change tossed at me and I've asked for a refund before I left the counter. You know, because if it weren't for me and others like me, your business wouldn't be here. So demand without being demanding in a loving way. Get your refunds. Don't pay for stuff that's thrown at you. Don't leave with it because that's stealing. Don't do that. Leave all of it right there and walk away. You know, you don't have to get in arguments. You don't have to show out. None of that. Just protect your space. Your space is delicate. What I do to show people my space if I need to, I will stick my arm straight out and do a Wonder Woman spin and tell them if I touch you in the process, you're in my space. You are in my space. And the only people allowed to be here are those who have been invited in. And I don't remember sending you an invitation. So I cannot accept your intrusion as an RSVP. Mm-mm. So let me tell you what happened to us last night. Monday was my oldest daughter's birthday, and I made her a pocketbook out of this because she loves peach. Purple was her favorite color for years, and she has gravitated to peach and teal now. And as soon as I put it in her hand, she's like, Mama, I know exactly what I'm going to use this for. So we can add that to the list of mates because I did make it. And that was my gift to her. So her sister's gift, my baby girl Jennifer, decided to cook her favorite meal. So last night we had fried chicken wings, corn on the cob, rice and homemade gravy, and cabbage and potatoes, y'all. Oh my goodness. That is my daughter's favorite dish, the cabbage and potatoes, and she loves chicken wings. Um, I can't eat corn on the cob. I'm not supposed to eat corn at all, but every now and then I'll sneak some. But we figured with all the sneaking that I had done and going through the gout, we weren't going to press the issue. So I didn't have the corn, but I did have the rice and gravy. I did have the chicken, and yes, I had the cabbage. And then she topped it off with my favorite dessert, huh, homemade apple pie made with Honeycrisp apples. My favorite apple is Honeycrisp. So is my oldest daughter. So she made apple pie out of Honeycrisp apples. She peeled those apples and she stewed them down to where they were nice and luscious. And she made those apple pies, y'all. I'm saying, I wish that I could share a snippet with each one of y'all. She made 2 pies. She did. Mhm. We don't have a speck of pie left, and only 2 chicken wings. And she cooked 2 big packs. And I can tell you, the chicken wings were not me. I had, I had, I had 2 chicken wings last night, and I had one for breakfast. There are 2 more in there, and they belong to my grandbabies when they get home. But I didn't. The apple pie wasn't me. I promise you, it wasn't. When I got it this morning, and I looked in there and saw that the apple pie was gone, I was like, "But last night we had a whole pie left." And my daughter said, "You know what, Mama?" Mhm. I had to stop myself because when I realized I had eaten a whole half a pie. But there is a family that my daughter is very compassionate towards. And when she cooks big meals like that, she will take the mother a huge plate. And that usually feeds the family. So I couldn't be mad at her. I couldn't be mad at her at all. I really couldn't. Because I feel like, even though sometimes we feel like we're struggling, that is one of the reasons that we make it through, because we may struggle, but we're not selfish at all, and when it's called upon us to share things, we do what we told, we listen and we follow through. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, please hit the thumbs. And you guys, it is super, super, super important to me and to you all, especially if you enjoy my channel, that we share my videos. It's also important to leave comments. I love you guys for doing that. Um, I've been a little slack on it this week because this week it's been that kind of week. And like I said, it may take me a little bit of time, but I do read all comments and I respond to all comments. Um, Not only that, when you subscribe, or if you've subscribed and you've not challenged that little bell, please go ring the one with the little dimples so that you'll know that when I'm always dropping fresh new content. And we got the share, we got and the likes. You know about the thummies. Gotta hit the thummies. About upcoming things. Saturday, I will be having my first auction for this month. It is going to start at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and will be going on until somewhere around 3. It may not be as long, it may run over just a little, but I'm not trying to keep you all day. We're just going to have a little auction, like I said, on Saturday. Um, and then you should see videos um, pouring out at least one per day starting Sunday. Like I said, this week and the latter part of last week were really, really busy as I was trying to get insurance straightened out along with other things and dealing with the gout as well. But we're on an up climb. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. We're over 370. I am Tickle Pink. Tickle, tickle, tickle. I am Tickle Michelle's color. And I'm really excited about seeing just how far we can make season 2 go. I really am excited about that. The fact that I lasted a year through all the adversities and struggles and trials. I am really, really, really happy that I lasted a year, and it has become second nature to sit down and talk to you all, has become second nature. You guys make it easy. You do make it easy. And you make me not so crazy, because the conversations I would have with the air and with the TV, I'm actually having with you guys. And then the fact that you all respond back lets me know that I'm not out here in this universe by myself. And I love you all for that. I really, really, really do. Um, I think I gave you all the specs on this. I gave you the specs on the upcoming outfit. Now, that's what I have to tell you. So, the finalization of everything should be coming uh, on the 17th, which is a Saturday. I should have all the information under my post. I will probably put a video out about it as well. Bingo. Bingo is coming up in June. I have learned how to use features on my phone. Thank you, Michelle. Canva didn't do it though. Canva did not do it. The AI on my phone did it. But I have learned how to utilize features on my phone to come up with what I needed. And you are not crazy. Well, see, hold on. Okay. I got to put a pin in the bingo. Let's define, let's define crazy a kind of different way. Let's say that we are more than happy to live outside the box. More than happy to live outside the box. Because a lot of people, the normal people, like to live in the box. All they see is the four walls around them. We like living on the other side of those walls. And I am learning to do that, Michelle. I am. But the way it's going to be worked up, we're going to have 50 bingo cards. So my suggestion is once I say it's time to start purchasing the cards, jump on them quickly. The cards are going to be $5 each. They are going to be, they're going to have things on them like colors, stitches, small items to make. You'll have a month to do this. If one make covers, say, 10 of those items on that card, mark them off. I'm not saying that you have to make 24 items. The middle block, um, the free space for everybody is going to be subscribed to one channel. If you purchase 5 cards and you subscribe to one channel, that's cool. That can be marked off on each card. If you purchase 2, same thing. Subscribe to one channel. You can mark both. But you can double, triple, and exactly. I was reading your word. However many times you need to go in on that card, exactly. We are not constrained by strict societal restrictions. Enjoy life. Smile, sing, and dance. Of course. Absolutely. So, however many things that you cover, that's cool. That's cool. The thing of it is to have fun, to keep ourselves busy. I know that we're going to be busy anyway, but a lot of people, summertime is the downtime for them in their crocheting. And this is just a way to make something fun and light out of it. Depending on how we do, it'll probably be done again. And I'm looking forward to it. Provided all 50 cards get sold, there will be 4 prizes. The way the prize system is going to work, once you complete your card, I would like for you to post pictures on my Facebook page, which is Create and Relate, and you'll see it. It's right there. Um, Once you post the pictures and let me know, I will have a duplicate of the cards. Send me a photo of your card. I'll check everything off on my end. And instead of the popsicle sticks, I will write your name on the back of that card, fold it up, and put it in our little shoebox that we use. We have a shoebox just for that. And my granddaughter is going to shake everything up, and my grandson is going to reach in and pick a card. We're going to pick from fourth to first place. Okay? So we're going to go from the small to the large. I'm excited, and I hope you all are too. I really hope you all are too. Um, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Um, it was so funny when I was getting the bingo cards made. I told my little AI what I wanted, and I'm doing it in a number system so that I wasn't confusing them with words. So when I was giving him the information and he was calling it back to me, I asked him, I said, can you slow down? And he goes, sure. 1, 5, 10, 15, 12. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, sweetheart, I need you to slow down. And he says, sure. 1, 5, 10, 15, 12. I'm like, okay, he's speeding up. So how about we do this? Can you give me 6 numbers at a time? So we got it done. We got it done. And it was a lot easier than the method that I had chosen to do it because I was throwing all the numbers in the bucket and pulling them out. And it was taking forever. But we got all 50 cards done. It's just a matter of typing them up, printing them out, and getting them out there. So I'm looking forward to that. I really, really am. Like I said, we got the auction coming up Saturday. Um, the following Saturday, which is the 17th, I will open up the bingo cards for purchasing. The following Saturday, which is the 24th, we will have our second bingo auction. And then the Saturday after that, we'll just be preparing. That'll be the 31st of May. And the first starts that following Sunday, be the perfect month to start the whole monthly thing, and we'll work it out. Everything will be due in on the 30th. Um, try to think. It's 30th. I think we'll have 5 days leading into July, but I don't want to go that far. I want to go like as far as maybe the 2nd of July, which should put us right around Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not close to the calendar where I can turn it, and the other one's on my phone. And I don't want to leave you guys. So I think it'll be around July 2nd. I will have all that information um, into you on the 17th when we will be doing the drawing and the time that everything is due and when we'll be doing the drawing. And there's nothing that you have to mail back to me or anything. So it's not like we have to wait on snail mail. It's just a matter of posting your pictures and sending me a picture of your card. That's it. And that way I can put everybody's name on it, fold it up, and put it in the box. And then we'll have the drawing. I'm excited, guys. And if you think about it, there are only 25 spaces on the bingo cards. So if you just do like, if you decide to do one item a day, one small item a day, then that's just 25. You still have the 5 days plus 2 more, the 5 days to finish out the month plus 2 more days. So another whole week you'll have. I'm a gracious host. Hello. Hello, Vital Mindset. How are you? Thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Kitty Lane, and everybody here is a part of my family. And I'm so happy to see you. I am so happy to see you. I am a crocheter. I'm happy to know that you're a content creator. I really am. I can tell you if you need any help or assistance in that area, you might want to check Michelle out of Yes Michelle Crochets. She just said, hello, new friend. So if you need any help in that aspect, you can check her out. But if you want to just come to a place on Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 1, I'm here. And I present crocheting and life. I'm a very big, I also teach ASL. So if you want to, you can check out my playlist, my ASL playlist, and I go through the alphabets. Right now we're on numbers. We'll be following up with colors, and then we'll start going into simple phrases. So, and the reason that I do or I have reached out as far as thank you that I reached as far as ASL is concerned is because I am a part of the hard of hearing community. I'm supposed to wear my hearing aids, but they sound like ocean waves all the time, and that can be kind of aggravating in your ear. Part of the reason is because I live with a fan, so that constant in my ear is not cool. Yes, it is a fun space and it's a safe space. It is definitely a safe space. Um, and thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. But we are 46 minutes in, so we're looking at closing out. But I am so, 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 so happy that everyone who was here today was here today. I'm grateful to see my little community just growing. And I'm going to check you out, Vital, when we Denise. Thank you. Denise welcomes you. But I'm going to check you out and return to subscribe. I'm all about community. I'm all about building each other up. So that's what we do. But again, welcome. Thank you. You guys always remember, don't forget the bingo coming up next month. Don't forget the auctions coming up Saturday and then 2 weeks from that. And we're going to do every second and fourth Saturday. Don't forget to hold me accountable for my top. I am currently making a video about this top. I'm excited about that. And I still have to give Michelle her props every time I think about it because this, hi Gail, how are you? Welcome in. The video about this top is going to be the way that I've wanted to make videos. So I'm super excited about that. So we have the top. This is a book you definitely may want to look into. It's 9 crochet tank tops. The one on the cover is the one that I'm making. I like to get to the page so I can show you why I'm making that one. But that is the top that I'm making, and that is the reason I am making that top. I absolutely love Unique. Um, there are several other tops in here. This one, the suitor, I plan on making that into a dress. Lots of times when I look at things, look at things. I look for inspiration. This one, I also like that one. And I want to make this one into a dress as well. But the dress is going to have the buttons down the back. So it's going to be just like that. My back, the nape, of course, is going to go lower. And my buttons are going to go down the back instead of down the front. So I absolutely love this book, Michelle. I do. I went through this book with a fine tooth comb, and I'm excited about the fact that before I started this top, I knew when I saw this top that I was getting the book. I'm really excited with myself because I did take the time to do the swatch ahead of time. Granted, they have multiple sizes. Inside, they did not have a size for me, but a little bit of mathematics helped me to figure out the pattern and how to make it for me. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. Okay, guys, we are at what is the name of the book and where can I find one? The name of the book is Crochet Tank Tops. It is 9 designs for warmer weather, and the author is Sandy Rossner, and it can be found on Amazon. And it's not a beat you in the head price either. It really, really isn't. Um, I will put that information in my post. So go check out my post, and all of that will be there. And I will do it probably a few times when I show you the progression video for this. I'll have it there as well. And I'll probably go back and put it in my description box so that it'll be there for you as well. No problem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you guys go about and have a wonderful day. Here it is 83 degrees. It is hot. Um, the wind is very mild, but other than that, it's absolutely gorgeous outside. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And like I said before, if you need any assistance on grooming your channel, expanding your channel, starting a channel, any ideas and comparable pricing with that, please check out Michelle. Please, please, please check out Michelle. Know that I love you and that's sincere. It comes from the heart. Don't forget to be bold, be brave, be beautiful, and behave. Until we see each other again. Peace out, guys.